Sometimes it's less about trying to have the answer and more about listening to just the people around you, because we're all here together, we all affect one another.
Hello from World Physiotherapy Congress 2025 in Tokyo. I'm broadcasting to you directly from one of the last sessions here on the Congress. And at my side I have Kira Bullock from the Duke University in North Carolina. All I know about North Carolina is that Michael Jordan's coming from North Carolina.
That's usually my first point, so you've already got me beat.
So you hosted a session on sustainability, and the topic was sustainable physiotherapy. What does this mean? And when it comes to sustainability in Germany, I think most of the people think about facility management and saving energy.
Yes.
So do we have internationally other perspectives?
Well, and that was the point of our session, was to sort of see these different dimensions that exist, but they're really hard to tease apart, right? There's the environmental protections that come with sustainability. There's economic efficiency, which still relates to saving energy and trying to protect the planet, but then also this element of social responsibility as well, and how being more socially responsible can affect the economy, and then it can also affect the environment. And so they really work together, but then there's also these areas that we could really focus on individually.
Yeah, the UNO defined 17 goals for sustainability in 1987. So what are the biggest goals for physiotherapy when you look into these 17 sustainability goals?
I think to continue doing the best we can to reach the people in our communities. As we were saying at the end of the session, sometimes healthcare is best when it meets people where they are. So finding ways that we can meet people more in their homes, in their communities, even in the workplaces, to provide optimal healthcare. That's one of the key things.
Some of your colleagues said that physiotherapy is definitely one of the most sustainable professions in the world already. So this is kind of a purpose for young physiotherapists, isn't it?
It can be, absolutely can be. I mean, when we say that, there's so much that physiotherapists can do just by themselves, which means that there's much less from products and equipments that we must use. We have much less waste in this regard. So there is a lot of opportunity just to learn from the absolute manpower of physiotherapy and how sustainable that can be for the environment.
It was said that physiotherapists can be, indispensable for the system. How do they make them indispensable?
Oh, that could be in many ways. Is what you have to realize is that there's physiotherapy everywhere. And so a lot of times people think of physiotherapy as mostly an MSK, musculoskeletal conditions and pain. But we're actually in almost every area of practice that you can think of, whether that's related to heart health, whether that's related to neurology, children, women's health, in everything. And we do a lot to try to not just help treat, but also prevent conditions from getting worse. So if you can imagine having someone available in almost every area of healthcare that can almost help prevent some of the conditions that are happening, that could be a major cost saver for our health system.
So as an individual, how can I contribute to be, let's say, social responsible, and how can I contribute to a better world as a physiotherapist?
Well, so you've started right there with the first thing, which is asking the question. Sometimes it's less about trying to have the answer and more about listening to just the people around you, because we're all here together, we all affect one another. So going out into different communities and trying to understand each other's stories. And from that, you'll learn about their healthcare experiences, their perspectives on health, and why they approach health the way they do. Because as a provider, I can only do so much. I can't make a patient do something. So helping to understand where that patient is coming from, what informs their perspective on their own health care and their own independence to their health care is one of the most important things you can do, because that's where you're going to develop a relationship and have success.
Oh. Kira Bullock, thank you, Duke University. So, and I hope we'll be meeting again at the closing ceremony and maybe having a beer afterwards.
Maybe. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you and goodbye from Tokyo.
Bye.